ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणी। नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे पुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावः दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनम् देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। भीष्मद्रोणतथा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरननदी कैवर्तककेशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलम् गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटम् नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितम् लोके सज्जन षट्पदैरहरहः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयाद्भारतपङ्कजं कलिमलप्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपात्तमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। अथ तृतीयोऽध्यायः। श्रीभगवानुवाच
श्रीभगवानुवाच
सदृशं चेष्टते स्वस्याः
सदृशं चेष्टते स्वस्याः
प्रकृतेर्ज्ञानवानपि
प्रकृतेर्ज्ञानवानपि
प्रकृतिं यान्ति भूतानि
प्रकृतिं यान्ति भूतानि
निग्रहः किं करिष्यति
निग्रहः किं करिष्यति
इन्द्रियस्येन्द्रियस्यार्थे
इन्द्रियस्येन्द्रियस्यार्थे
रागद्वेषौ व्यवस्थितौ
रागद्वेषौ व्यवस्थितौ
तयोर्नवशमागच्छेत्
तयोर्नवशमागच्छेत्
तौ ह्यस्य परिपन्थिनौ
तौ ह्यस्य परिपन्थिनो
रागद्वेषौ परिपन्थिनौ भवतः। रागद्वेषौ, raga and dvesha, they become the obstacle for a person in his spiritual pursuit. This raga dvesha, under the influence of which the buddhi of the person is carried away, therefore he loses the path. He misses the bus. Bhagavan has given Viveka Shakti. Bhagavan has given Buddhi and the buddhi is endowed with viveka shakti. So, unless this shakti, this buddhi is operated, the person succumbs to this raga dvesha, and therefore it becomes paripantino, vignakartaro, becomes obstacles in his spiritual journey. If the person has got viveka, if his purushartha is nishchaya is very clear, and if he manages raga dvesha, then this raga dvesha cannot create any obstacles, cannot become obstacles, cannot create any obstacles. So it becomes paripantina only for the person who doesn't operate his viveka shakti. So viveka shakti all the time it is required like the sword. The viveka asi, it comes later in the Gita, it's the 4th chapter. The asi, the sword of viveka, always when this spiritual person, this committed person, the spiritual person is the person who is committed to this person, moksha purushartha, he must wield this all the time so that he can keep this raga dvesha in check. And this raga dvesha, they become paripanti. How it becomes paripanti? This raga, this samskara creates raga dvesha, and this raga dvesha, unless it is managed, what does it do is, it leads the person to swadharma parityaga. Swadharma parityaga is giving up of one's duty or the dereliction of one's duty. Duty is what is to be done. Swadharma parityaga and taking up paradharma anushtana. Giving up one's duty, that is negligence, dereliction, and taking up paradharma. That is also equivalently adharma only. Not doing one's dharma is adharma. Not dharma, adharma. Dharma is that which is to be done. Adharma is generally nanj tat purusha. We say doing what should not be done. That is called nanj, adharma. But doing that which is not to be done and doing the duty which doesn't belong to you, which belongs to somebody else, that is also adharma, equivalently adharma. So therefore, paradharma anushtanam also at the cost of one's dharma, it is adharma, equivalently it is adharma only. So therefore, this raga dvesha becomes paripanti now. Therefore, the person has to develop the maturity, the pakvata to handle the raga dvesha. Raga dvesha has to be kept in check all the time, like the Dakshinamurti keeps the apasmara in check, and he cannot kill. Dakshinamurti doesn't kill the apasmara. He keeps the apasmara, who is always ready with his knife in his hand to stab, to kill, but he will not do. He cannot kill because he is under the feet. That is managed by the person. If the person is just relaxed, and then the raga dvesha may kill. May kill is not physically, may kill the person, may destroy the person spiritually. So therefore, this pakvata, the maturity, is important, emotional maturity, which is the prerequisite for this pursuit of moksha. Not only for the pursuit of moksha, even to be a sane person, this raga dvesha has to be handled properly. Anything mishandled or not handled will lead to the problem, ultimately lead to self-destruction, either physically, or in the case of the moksha pursuit, the person slips away from the pursuit. That is the destruction, spiritual destruction. Therefore, only this handling this raga dvesha is done by, or it's suggested to be done by, then through karma yoga. Karma yoga, therefore, only karma yoga is doing one's duty, not deviating from one's swadharma, doing one's karma duty with the attitude of Ishwararpana and accepting the result as it comes as prasada. Therefore, there is without any raga dvesha, neither raga or dvesha with regard to what is to be done, neither raga or dvesha with regard to what comes as a result. That is what karma yoga means. Therefore, karma yoga implies handling of this raga dvesha. Minus raga dvesha, there is no karma yoga. So therefore, swadharma anushtanam is karma yoga. Swadharma anushtanam, handling the raga dvesha, doing one's duty, what is to be done in keeping with the varna, ashrama, or the situation in life. When the situation calls for certain action, because the situation itself is presented by Ishvara, so therefore Ishvara calls for certain action, and that is to be done, the proper attitude, that is karma yoga. Not non-performance. Non-performance of that and doing some other karma, somebody else karma, that is adharma only. Therefore, as a mumukshu, as a karma yogi, this person has to handle raga dvesha efficiently, so that it won't be a vigna kartaro, taskaro, paripantino iti. Bhagavan very clearly said, this we have to operate the free will. That's what Viveka Shakti. Viveka Shakti is nothing but operate this, the free will. Purushakara, Purushartha, the free will to operate the free will to manage the raga dvesha. Don't succumb yourself to this raga dvesha. By Viveka Shakti, by free will, the will is there, the will to be operated. So that, therefore, this raga dvesha also, as we saw before, depends on the force. The strength of raga dvesha depends on the samskara, how strong the samskaras are. Therefore, one has to be alert in what one does, because that alone creates samskara. That is why leading an alert life is karma yoga. Leading an alert life. A spiritual person cannot be lethargic. The person who is committed to moksha cannot be lethargic. Neither physical lethargy nor mental lethargy. That mental lethargy, free from mental lethargy, that is what is alertness. Not taking anything for granted. All the time one is vigilant. That is vigilancy. That is what is compared to the Viveka sword Asi. Asi is Viveka, the sword of discrimination. So dharma, adharma, Viveka. Atma anatma Viveka is preceded by dharma, adharma, Viveka. Atma anatma Viveka is impossible without dharma, dharma, Viveka. Dharma, dharma, Viveka is karma yoga. Atma anatma Viveka is jnana yoga. So therefore, this dharma, dharma yoga leads to atma anatma Viveka. Slowly, when the person becomes matured, so that is the scheme. So dharma, dharma, Viveka is for the karma yogi, for the person who is in the who in keeping with the ashrama, who in keeping with the ashrama does its karma, swadharma. That is why the Uparati, Swadharmanushtanam, one of the Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti, Uparati. Uparati as the definition of sannyasa, and also another definition, Swadharma Anushtanam. Swadharma Anushtanam implies management of one's raga dvesha. If raga is so powerful or dvesha, then one may choose to skip what is to be done. The free will can be abused. Not doing that, that is uparamanam, uparatihi. So, therefore, only it is one of the important sampatti included in the sadhana chatushtaya. Fine, up to this, Bhagavan Krishna has presented the 33rd shloka. The 33rd shloka seems to convey the absence of free will, and the 34th shloka, Bhagavan Krishna very clearly said, human beings are endowed with free will, therefore, like animals, they are not programmed, therefore, these ragadveshas can be managed. See to that they don't become or they don't cause obstacles. Iti, Bhagavan Krishna said. Then the next shloka, and Bhashyakara himself had indicated, if these ragadveshas are not managed, it will lead to swadharma parityaga and paradharma anushtanam. That is the next topic. Swadharma parityaga and paradharma anushtanam. Let us read the Sangati. Tatra ragadvesha prayuktah
तत्र रागद्वेषप्रयुक्तः
manyate
मन्यते
शास्त्रार्थमपि अन्यथा
शास्त्रार्थमपि अन्यथा
paradharmopi
परधर्मोऽपि
dharmatvat anushtheyah eva iti.
धर्मत्वादनुष्ठेय एव इति
Tadasat.
तदसत्.
If the ragadveshas are managed, then only one is able to do one's swadharma. Swadharma, paradharma. There are different types of dharma, like swadharma, paradharma, samanya dharma, vishesha dharma, then dharma, adharma. Only when the person is able to handle ragadvesha efficiently, then only the person would be able to follow swadharma. Following swadharma, by that one can avoid adharma. Adharma is not doing one swadharma as well as doing quite opposite to what is to be done. That implies doing dharma which is somebody else. So therefore only dharma adharma viveka. Therefore only dharma adharma viveka. So therefore paradharma also, like adharma, to be avoided. Paradharma also to be avoided. Therefore karma yoga implies avoidance of adharma as well as paradharma, because both are adharma only. Karma yoga implies doing swadharma, one's own duty, the karma, and also avoidance of adharma, unrighteous action, as well as paradharma. The ragadveshas are so powerful that may tend a person to do adharma, or by wrong understanding may tend a person to do paradharma. The person struggles. In fact, everybody struggles in doing one's dharma because it is not to his liking or not to his, because either he has got raga or he has got dvesha. Raga for paradharma and dvesha for one's own dharma. So Therefore, human beings struggle with this, struggles under the fold of this raga dvesha. That is what this life is about. Life is constant struggle with this raga dvesha. So there is always a friction. The life is not that much free. It's a free moment. The moment is always is with friction caused by this raga dvesha. Swami Vivekananda has beautifully said, what is life? Definition of life. Life is the development and unfoldment of a being under the circumstances tending to press it down. It's a beautiful definition. Under the tendency causing to press it down. So this raga dvesha are the paripanti. That's what Bhagavan Krishna says. So in fact, the definition of life what given by Swami Vivekananda is keeping with the Gita. Paripanti now. There are tendencies which tend to press you down. This raga dveshas. And therefore, one has to struggle. That is what life is about. Development and unfoldment of a being. So that is important. So here, Acharya gives a Sangati. Tatra, Putra, that is in this situation of what? That is Swadharma Anushtanam and Paradharma Parityaga. Paradharma Parityaga. There is no really speaking Tyaga of Paradharma. Paradharma should not be done. But there is a tendency to do Paradharma because of Raga Dvesha. Therefore, here in this situation, the situation that dharma to be done, adharma to be avoided, adharma either unrighteous or doing others' action also is equally adharma only. Therefore, raga dvesha prayuktaha, referring to the person. Raga dvesha, ragascha dveshascha, raga dvesha. Tabhyam prayuktaha, impelled by, propelled by raga dvesha. Forced by ragadvesha, that is ragadvesha, bala, the force, the strength of ragadvesha, impelled by ragadvesha, manyate, kaha, this person, prayuktaha, prayuktaha, a person, ragadveshehi, prayuktaha, purushaha, manyate, tatra, here in this situation, where dharma to be done, adharma to be avoided, there, this person, manyate, he thinks, he considers Shastrartham api Anyata. Shastrartham api Anyata manyate. That is Shastrartham, Upadesha of the Shastram. The Upadesha of the Shastram, Anyata manyate. The manyate is that is Anyata manyate. Anyata is otherwise. Wrongly he understands even the teaching of the Shastram. This person who is impelled by ragadvesha, he considers even the teaching of the Shastram, he understands the teaching of the Shastram wrongly. Where in the situation where dharma is to be followed, adharma is to be avoided, with regard to that, this person considers, he thinks, he understands even the teaching of the Shastram wrongly because being propelled by Raga Dvesha. What is his wrong understanding? Paradharmaha api dharmatvat anushtayaha eva iti. That is the anyatha manyate. That is he understands wrongly. What is the wrong understanding? Misapprehension. Paradharmaha api dharmatvat anushtayaha eva iti. That is the anyata manyate. Paradharma is duty of someone else, somebody's duty, someone's duty. Paradharmaha dharmatvat, because it is dharma, therefore anushtayaha, therefore it should be done, should be performed. Iti manyate, that is not the correct understanding, it is a wrong understanding. is a not even misapprehension, wrong apprehension, not wrong apprehension, not misapprehension, wrong apprehension, completely wrong apprehension. Paradharma, someone else's duty, because it is dharma, tat anushtayaha iti manyate. Ragadveshaihi prayuktaha purushaha manyate. That is anyata shastram, not shastra anugunam, not in keeping with the teaching of the shastra. It is not in keeping with the shastrartha. It is anyata shastrartham. Na shastrartha anugunam. Why? Paradharma, somebody else dharma, other dharma, because it is dharma, dharmatva, it has a status of being dharma anushtayaha iti. It is dharma for the other person, not for you. Suppose, as a grihastha, this person has to earn money, support his family. He has got a lot of the duties with regard to his family as well as to the society, Vedika karma, Laukika karma, lot of duties he has. This is not the duty of a sannyasi. The duty of a grihastha is different from the duty of a sannyasi. So, if a sannyasi thinks this grihastha, the sannyasi, suppose if it thinks that the duty which is to be done by the grihastha is dharma, and if he takes up that duty, then what will happen? That leads to big confusion. It's a problem. The sannyasi is supposed to do what he is supposed to do. He cannot take up the duty of a grihastha and do. Similarly, grihastha cannot take up the duty of a sannyasi. In fact, sannyasi doesn't have any duties. Cannot take up and do it. That is what Arjuna wanted. He wanted to take sannyasa because it seems to be easy for him. Therefore, one cannot take up the duty of somebody else and do. That somebody else's duty is somebody else's duty. It is dharma for that person, not for you. So dharmatvad, it is dharma, it has a status of being a dharma, not for you. Paradharma is dharma. Paradharma has a status of being a dharma for the other person, not for you. Therefore, swadharmatvad, swadharmavat anushtayaha, anyata shastram. Paradharmaha swadharmavat anushtayaha, swadharmavat anushteyam, swadharmavat paradharmaha anushtayaha. This is anyata shastrartham anyata. This is the wrong understanding of the shastra. So, therefore, this manyate, yaha purushaha manyate, raga dveshaihi prayuktaha yaha purushaha manyate, paradharmaha api dharmatvad anushtayaha iti tat anyata shastrartham. So, paradharmaha dharmatvad anushtayaha iti, that understanding is tat asat, that is not proper. It says, taking the duty of somebody else, thinking that it is dharma for the other person, not for you. So, thinking that it is to be dharma, and doing that is not proper. Tat asat. Tat asat is, that is not proper. That thinking is wrong. That thinking, manyate, that is wrong. Chintayati, etava chintayati, chintanam, mananam is asat. It is not proper. It is wrong. That is what we are, the meaning of this sangati. So, therefore, what here he says, the Acharya wants to say is, dharma to be followed and paradharma, as you avoid adharma, should be avoided. Samanya dharma, there are samanya dharmas like satyam vada, dharmam chara, ahimsa, satyam asteyam, all these are samanya dharma. That is with regard to all the people, whichever ashrama they belong, it is Samanya Dharma. There are some Vishesha Dharma, special duty that when the situation calls for that, you have to do special duties. Vishesha Dharma. And Vishesha Dharma also in keeping with Varna and Ashrama. What Varna you belong and what Ashrama, which stage of life, and what Varna, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, in keeping with the Varna and keeping with the Ashrama, the Vishesha Dharmas. So a Brahmana cannot take up the Dharma of Kshatriya. Similarly, Kshatriya cannot take up the Dharma of Brahmana. Similarly, Vaishya, Shudra. Therefore, Swadharma Paripalana. Whatever Dharma is in keeping with the Varna and Ashrama has to be followed. If a Brahmana thinks that Kshatriya, Paradharma, Dharmatvat Anushtayaha, Tat Asat. Similarly, if a Kshatriya thinks the duty of a Brahmana, that is Paradharma, Dharmatvat Anushtayaha, Tadapi Asat. Similarly, in keeping with the Ashrama, a Brahmachari, what he is supposed to do? If he thinks Grihastha Ashrama, that Paradharma, Dharmatvat Anushtayaha, that is Asat. Similarly, a Grihastha doing the duty of a sannyasi considering the duty of a Grihastha, Paradharmaha, Dharmat Anushtayaha, that is Asat, that Asat iti. So therefore, what is specific in keeping with the Varna and Ashrama and the Swadharma, the situation which calls for you to perform the karma, that is Swadharma, that is created by, the situation is provided by Ishvara. Therefore, you have to do the situation. When the situation calls for you to do the dharma in keeping with your varna and ashrama, then it becomes a dharma. That is swadharma. So that has to be done. Iti. Here, Arjuna was thinking the duty, that is sannyasa, is better because this grihastha ashrama implies a lot of karma and it is not pleasant also. He has got dvesha with regard to this yuddha now. This yuddha, particularly this Kurukshetra yuddha, not with other yuddha. So it clearly shows he has got raga dvesha. Therefore, wanting to take up the dharma of a sannyasi, that is not proper. If a sannyasi is a sannyasi only when he follows his dharma. Others cannot imitate. Similarly, sannyasis also cannot imitate other dharma, paradharma. Then it becomes ugly, then it is violating, going against the order of Ishvara. So that is what is being said here. Tadasat, that is not proper. Therefore, one has to stick to one's dharma. This is his sangati. Let us read the shloka. Shreyan swadharmo vigunaha.
Shreyan swadharmo vigunaha.
Paradharmat svanushthitat.
Paradharmat svanushthitat.
Swadharme nidhanam shreyaha.
Swadharme nidhanam shreyaha.
Paradharmo bhayavaha.
Paradharmo bhayavaha.
Swasya dharmaha swadharmaha. One's duty. Dharma meaning karma. Dharma is possible only when it is done. Dharma implies karma. When dharma is done, then only you are in alignment with the order. Your life is in alignment. Your life within sankalpa or the order of Ishvara. That is what Swadharma is. So therefore only Swadharma Anushthanam is Ishvara Aradhanam. Work is worship. Work is worship is nothing but this, the same, it is taken from Gita only. Work is worship. Anything, work is the duty. Work means duty. Duty is deity. Swadharma. And that is what Karma Yoga is. Doing karma with the proper attitude. That attitude means, what is that attitude? Not carried away by raga dvesha. Even though what you are supposed to do not to your liking, you have to do it. Even if it is to your liking, then also you have to do it. So in both ways, both. That is what karma yoga is. Therefore, karma yoga means doing the right things at the right time. That is karma yoga. That is swadharma. So swadharma, which is in keeping with one's varna, ashrama, and also based on the situation. Swadharma, what one is supposed to perform. Shreyan bhavati. Swadharmaha Shreyan bhavati. Shreyan is better. It is comparative. Why it is comparative? Because Panchami is a paradharmat, swanushtitat. Doing one's duty is Shreyan. So dharma is pulling other. Shreyan, Shreyam, so Shreyam, Saha. Pullinga. It is Napumsakalinga, it will be Shreyaha, Shreyasi, Shreyamsi. If it is Srilinga, Shreyasi, Ikaranta Shabda. Here dharma is Pullinga, therefore Swadharmaha Shreyan. Vigunaha. Vigunaha, negative. Gunaha. Gunaha means the qualities. The qualities. Vigunaha, not pleasant. Vigunaha, it is not pleasant. Even if it is not pleasant. Vigunaha api. Vigunaha api swadharmaha shreyan bhavati. Even if what one is supposed to do is not pleasant, that is better. Compared to what? Paradharmat, swanushtitat. Compared to paradharma. That's a comparison, therefore only shreyan. Sushtu anushtitat, well performed somebody else's duty is better. It's performing well performed somebody else's duty. Paradharma swanushtitat is sushtu anushtitat. Sushtu anushtitat, praditat purusha samasa. Swa anushtitat, sushtu anushtitat. The paradharma which is well performed. So if the doing one's own duty, even if it is not to your liking, even if it is not pleasant, it is better than the karma, the paradharma, which is well performed. So compared to the well performed paradharma, performance of one's dharma, even if it is not pleasant, is better compared to the duty of the another person, which is performed or which can be performed better by you. My duty, even though it is not pleasant, even though it is vigunaha, deficient, doing is better. Doing is better. That is karma yoga. That alone can take a person forward in life. So that person is a sane person. That person is a person whom you can rely on, who does his swadharma at any cost. Even within a family also, that person you can rely upon who does his swadharma. So otherwise what will happen? It will create disharmony. If the family head, suppose, if he does paradharma at the cost of his dharma, it will create disharmony in the family. The same thing can be extended to the society. Okay, to the varna and the ashrama. It will create disharmony, it will create chaos. Therefore, doing one's duty is better than performing the duties of others, even if it can be performed by you very well. So this is a discipline which one has to cultivate if one aspires to attain moksha. Not even for moksha. Moksha is the final thing. Even to be a sane person, even to stick to the order, If a person wants peace of mind, Shanti, immediate peace of mind, Shanti is required. To be a sane person, tranquility, Shanti is required. We are not talking about absolute Shanti. That is moksha. That for that, of course, this is much important. Even to be a relaxed, a sane person, this Swadharmanishtanam is important. So therefore, Swadharmaha, Swadharmanishtanam. And Swadharme Nidhanam Shreyaha. Nidhanam means Maranam, death. Swadharme, in the performance of Swadharma, even death is better. The person dies big when he performs Swadharma, that dharma is better compared to the paradharma by which the person survives. But this is better. Even when you die doing your Swadharma, that is better. That is not a big loss compared to the loss, which is the survival, which is nothing but the survival by doing paradharma. Survival by doing paradharma and death due to performance of one's dharma, which is better. Death due to performance of one's dharma is better than the survival, which is gained, or which is survival, which is gained by the doing paradharma. Survival due to paradharma. So, Swadharma Anushtanam, Swadharme Nidhanam. Death due to Swadharma is better than the survival due to paradharma. Swadharme Nidhanam Shreyaha. It's a very strong word, Nidhanam. Because Maranam is the ultimate thing, a big loss. What a person at the if at all, the biggest thing which he can lose in the life is the life. The life is talked about. Even if one has to give up his life in the performance of one's duty, then what to talk about other things, other silly things, petty things in life? All these things actually just dismissed, and one has to follow one's dharma. Paradharmaha, also paradharma, not only that, paradharmaha bhayavagaha, it is bhayam avagati, it is dangerous. Adoption of performance of paradharma, it leads to bhayam, it leads to fear or dangerous consequences in one's life. Paradharmo bhayavagaha. So, a grasta doing the karma of a sannyasi, bhayavagaha, paradharma bhayavagaha. Similarly, can you imagine a sannyasi doing the dharma of a grasta? It is bhayavagaha. It is against sannyasa. And sannyasi also will be looked down upon. He will not be praised. He will be looked down upon. Dharme swadharme nidhanam shreyaha. So this has to be taken in keeping with one's varna, one ashrama and the situation. So this understanding should be, it's all individual, in keeping with individual stage of life, the varna of life and the situation. So whatever may be, Swadharma Anushtanam, that is what is highlighted. Swadharma Anushtanam is Karma Yoga, which implies management of this Raga Dvesha. Now we will read the Bhashyam. Shreyaniti. Shreyan. Prashasya taraha. Tarap, tamap pratyaya. Tara is comparative. Tama is superlative. Tarap, tamapo, gaha, they have got the sanya, gha sanya. And that is we will see later. Prashasya taraha. The word Shreyan itself, it is from the word prashasya. Prashasya shaha, sutram is there. Tadita sutra. Prashasya, the word which is replaced by shra. That's what the sutram says. Prashasya shraha. Then Yesun pratyaya is added. Yesun is Sakaranta, yesun, comparative, yesun pratyaya, prashasya, shaha, that is the sutram. So prashasya is replaced by sha, then yesun, then becomes shreyas, then that is declined, shreyan, shreyam. So Bhashyakara uses the word prashasya tarha because shreyas, the word is derived from prashasya. Prashasya is a sthani which is replaced by sha. So Bhashyakara aptly uses the word prashasya taraha, and tara is comparative. Yesun is comparative, same meaning. So prashasya taraha swodharmaha.
Swadharmaha.
Swaha dharmaha swadharmaha. Swadharmaha swadharmaha. Swadharmo vigunaha api.
Swadharmo vigunaha api.
Vigata gunopi.
Vigatagunopi.
Anuštiyamanaha.
Anuštiyamanaha.
Paradharmat swanushtitat.
Paradharma swanushtitat.
Sadgunyena.
Sadgunyena.
Sampaditadapi.
Sampaditadapi.
So swadharmaha vigunaha api. Swadharmaha vigunaha api. It is even though swadharma is not pleasant, it is deficient, it is defective, it is not really defective from your perception, not to your liking, not pleasant. That is what vigunaha. Any dharma, any karma, you call it pleasant or unpleasant because you have a raga or dvesha for it. No karma is pleasant or unpleasant. It's all purely subjective. So swadharmaha vigunaha api, it is even if swadharma, if it is not pleasant, not to your liking, then swadharmaha vigunaha api. Vigataha gunaha yasmat saha vigunaha bahuvri samasa. Vigunaha, the word qualifies swadharma, and it is bahuvri samasa. Bhashyakara himself says vigata gunopi vigataha or vigataha gunaha yasmat saha kaha dharmaha swadharmaha. That dharma which is from which all the gunas, guna means the qualities of to your liking have gone from that. It means that karma is not pleasant. Viguno api anuštiyamanaha should be performed. Anuštiyamanaha, it should be performed. Anuštiyamanaha. So vigunaha api swadharmaha anuštiyamanaha. And what about paradharma? Paradharmat swanushtita sushtu anushtitat paradharmat sadgunyena sampadidadapi. Sadgunyena, opposite to viguna. Sadguna. Sadgunyena sampaditav api. Sadgunyena sampadita. Sampadita is accomplished, performed perfectly. Even though paradharma is sadgunyena sampaditat api, paradharmat sushtonitat sadgunyena, which is to your liking and it is well performed by you. Compared to that, swadharma, vigunaha swadharmaha anuštiyamanaha. Vigunaha swadharmaha is better shreyan. Anuštiyamanaha vigunaha swadharmaha shreyan bhavati ityartaha. So, even though the swadharma is unpleasant compared to the paradharma, which is sadgunya, and it is well performed by you, it is better. Swadharma anushtanam is better. Swadharme stitasya nidhanam maranam api.
Swadharme stitasya nidanam maranamapi.
Shreyaha.
Shreyaha.
Paradharme stitasya jivitat.
Paradharme stitasya jivitat.
Here also comparison, therefore Panchami. Paradharme stitasya jivitat, swadharme nidhanam maranam api shreyaha bhavati. Simple sentence. Jivitat, Panchami. Living, compared to surviving by paradharme stitasya, by the anushtanam of paradharma, or by remaining in someone's duty. Paradharme stitasya That is paradharma sunushtita. Paradharme sitasya jivitat. By remaining in the performance of doing somebody else's duty, compared to that, swadharme sitasya nidanam maranam shayah bhavati. Remaining, sticking to one's duty by which the person dies also. Maranamapi shayah bhavati. While remaining in one's duty, maranamapi shayah bhavati. Compared to while remaining in paradharma and surviving. While compared to surviving, while remaining, while performing somebody else's duty. Kasmat
Kasmat
paradharmo bhayavagaha
paradharmo bhayavahah
narakadi lakshanam
narakadi lakshanam
bhayam avagati yataha.
bhayam avahati yatah.
Kasmat, why it is said, when I can do somebody's duty, some other duty, not my duty, when I can perform paradharma very well, then why shouldn't I take up and do it? No, because paradharma is bhaya bhagaha, bhayam abhagati. It produces bhayam, danger. Danger means it produces the results which are not proper, which are not pleasant. Even though the karma is pleasant to your liking and you can do it very well, but the results will not be pleasant. Kasmat bhaya vagaha narakadi. What is that unpleasant thing? Unpleasant result you will get by the performance of paradharma. That is narakadi lakshanam. Bhayam, that is narakadi lakshanam. Naraka, etc. Naraka is not pleasant. Therefore, frightening, harmful results like naraka, loka prapti, etc. Yataha yasmat karanat. Kasmat yataha yasmat narakadi lakshanam bhayam avagati. It brings fear, like gaining naraka loka, etc. Narakadi lakshanam, character bhayam, which is characterized by the gaining of naraka loka, etc. So that is frightening danger. Bhayam avagati yataha. Therefore, na tasya anushtanam karaniya. Swadharma anushtanam karaniyam paradharmasya kim karaniyam? Paradharmasya tyajaniyam tyakta paradharmaha tyaktavyaha. Paradharma anushtanam tyaktavyam, swadharma anushtanam karaniyam. If this is done, then we will read from Gita Priya Bodhini, but time is not there. We will read from the Gita Priya Bodhini the next class. It's a long one, little long. It takes some time. We'll do it in the next class. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी.
Dhanyavadaha.
One doubt, Ji.
Yes.
இப்போ துரோணர்லாம் பிராமணருக்கு சத்திரிய இதை எடுத்த பண்ணாரு இல்லையா, அந்த மாதிரி அவங்க எல்லாம் பண்ணிருக்காங்கல்ல, தப்பா அப்படி பண்ணிருக்காங்க?
Actually, really speaking, it is also